Hello, Madridista fans. I'm Peter, and welcome to our corner of everything Real Madrid, where every news, update, analysis, and play is shared with a passion that only true Madridistas feel. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel so you never miss anything about our club, and leave a comment at the end telling us what you think about the latest Real Madrid updates. As a lifelong Madridista, I know how strange it feels to even consider the possibility of Vinicius Jr. leaving the Santiago Bernabeu. For years, we've seen him electrify the wings, lift the fans from their seats, and embody that fearless spark that defines our club's most dangerous moments. But football, as history has taught us, is not only about emotion, it's also about timing, vision, and making the right moves for the future. And if there's one thing clear right now, it's that Vinicius wants to listen to offers. That changes everything. When a player's mind and heart begin to drift elsewhere, the balance of the equation shifts. The Real Madrid crest demands total commitment. And if he truly has decided that a new chapter is what he wants, then the club must act with intelligence, not sentimentality. That doesn't mean letting him go for anything less than his true value. In fact, if a sale becomes a path forward, the price should reflect not only his current quality, but also the enormous market power his name carries. We're talking about one of the most recognized and marketable footballers in the world, a player in his prime years with a contract still binding him to us until 2027. His departure should only happen if the club receives an extraordinary offer, and to me, that means nothing below 250 million euros. Anything less would be a gift to whoever takes him, and Real Madrid has never been in the business of giving away its crown jewels. What makes the situation fascinating is the mix of sporting and business elements at play. On the pitch, Vinicius is a weapon of chaos. His speed, dribbling, and knack for forcing defenses into panic are unmatched. Off the pitch, his brand power is immense. Shirts sold, social media reach, and the global visibility that very few footballers can generate. If a club like Manchester City, backed by the financial muscle of its owners, truly wants him, then they must pay for every drop of that value. This is not a negotiation to rush or handle in secrecy. This is a moment where the Real Madrid board must show its teeth, the same way they have done in other historic operations. Send a clear message to the football world that if you want a Madrid star, you pay the Madrid price. The context here also fuels curiosity. We all know the relationship between player and club hasn't been at its most harmonious lately. Rumors about dissatisfaction with the renewal offer, doubts about the sporting project, and the lure of Premier League money have all played their part. And when a footballer feels that the grass might be greener elsewhere, history tells us that performances, even unconsciously, can be affected. For Madrid, holding on to a player whose mind is elsewhere is a gamble. Selling him, on the other hand, at a historic price, would allow us to reinvest in areas that strengthen the entire squad and secure the next era of dominance. Now imagine the spectacle of it all. The summer market buzzing with rumors, the press conferences full of loaded questions, the English tabloids screaming headlines about the deal of the century, and the global football audience glued to every update. The sheer scale of this transfer would shake European football. And let's not forget, 250 million euros would not just be a record-breaking transaction. It would be a statement of power. A statement that says Real Madrid does not bow to pressure, does not undersell, and does not panic when one of its stars decide to leave. Instead, we dictate the terms, as it should be. Of course, some will argue that losing Vinicius would be a blow to our attacking options, a step backward in terms of individual talent. But I see it differently. No player, no matter how brilliant, is greater than the club. Our history is filled with departures that seemed unthinkable at the time. Yet the crest kept shining and trophies kept coming. Selling Vinicius for his full value would not be a sign of weakness. It would be the ultimate proof that the institution always comes first. And let's be clear, this would not be a forced sale out of financial need. This would be a deliberate, calculated decision, one made on our terms, at our price, and with our future in mind. There's also a certain intrigue about how he would adapt elsewhere. Would the Premier League suit his game? Could he maintain his explosive style in a league that demands physical resilience week after week? And if he shines there, would it be seen as Madrid's loss, or proof that we sold him at the peak of his market power? These are questions that add even more drama to the possibility of his departure. But the beauty of being a Madridista is knowing that, whatever the outcome, our story never ends with one player. In the end, my stance is clear. If Vinicius truly wants to go, then let him. But let him go only if the world pays what he is worth, not a cent less than 250 million euros. That figure is not just a number. It's a reflection of his quality, his market appeal, and the leverage Real Madrid holds in this situation. Anything less would be charity, and charity has no place in elite football negotiations. We are not here to satisfy another club's budget. We are here to defend our badge, our legacy, and our standards. If such a monumental sale would take place, the possibilities for Real Madrid's future would expand dramatically, opening doors that even the most ambitious Madridista could only dream of. Imagine the war chest that 250 million euros would create, not as a desperate measure to plug immediate gaps, but as a precise, powerful tool to rebuild and reshape the squad with surgical accuracy. This sum would allow the club to pursue multiple world-class reinforcements simultaneously, not only replacing Vinicius's remarkable contributions on the pitch, but also adding layers of depth and versatility in positions that have long been exposed or stretched in recent seasons. For example, Madrid could target players who perfectly fit the tactical vision of the coaching staff, individuals who combine individual brilliance with a collective mentality, who understand that at the Bernabeu, talent alone is never enough. It must be matched by discipline, intelligence, and the will to win. With such financial firepower, the club could move with unprecedented speed in the transfer market, making decisive moves before rivals even register the competition. Madrid would negotiate from a position of absolute authority, setting the terms rather than responding to them. Every signing could be carefully curated, a strategic addition rather than a reactive purchase, with an eye toward long-term dominance rather than short-term spectacle. This is not about collecting stars or prestige. It is about constructing a team capable of controlling the European stage for years to come, a team that balances the exuberance of youth with the wisdom of experience, flair with consistency, and raw talent with tactical intelligence. The departure of a single player, if managed correctly, could become the catalyst for a new era of triumph. The narrative would shift from lost opportunity, a chance to reinforce every area of the pitch, to anticipate future challenges, and to maintain Madrid's standard of excellence in all competitions. While some might fear the immediate absence of Vinicius's lightning pace and creativity, the reality is that the funds generated could transform the squad holistically, creating multiple threats in attack, reinforcing midfield stability, and strengthening defensive reliability. Every corner of the team could be examined, evaluated, and improved with surgical precision, turning a difficult decision into a historic moment of strategic brilliance. Furthermore, the message sent by such a move would resonate far beyond the pitch. It would declare to the footballing world that Real Madrid does not merely react to the market, it defines it. The club would demonstrate that its legacy is not tied to any individual player, but to the institution itself, capable of regenerating, evolving, and improving no matter the circumstances. This sale, rather than signaling weakness, could cement Madrid's reputation as a club of vision, courage, and unmatched ambition. It is an opportunity to combine financial acumen with sporting foresight, creating a squad not just for one season, but for a decade of dominance, ensuring that the Bernabeu continues to echo with trophies, celebrations, and the unyielding spirit of Real Madrid. The excitement for Madridistas would be palpable as speculation turns into action, and fans watch the club carefully deploy this enormous capital to strengthen every facet of the team. The departures, signings, and strategic reinvestments would dominate headlines worldwide, creating an air of anticipation and expectation rarely seen. This is more than a transfer. It is a statement of power, vision, and ambition, the kind of calculated, daring move that has always defined Real Madrid at its best. In short, the sale of Vinicius, if handled wisely, could mark the dawn of a new chapter, a chapter which the club not only replaces what it loses but exceeds it, securing a future where the Bernabeu remains the epicenter of world football and the standard by which all others are measured. The potential is breathtaking, and the possibilities nearly limitless. This is the moment when a difficult choice could transform into a historic opportunity, allowing Real Madrid to emerge stronger, sharper, and more formidable than ever before, ready to conquer both Spain and Europe with renewed vigor and unmatched strategic clarity. So I turn a question to you, my fellow Madridistas. What do you think? Would you take the money and close this chapter, trusting the club to reinvest and come back even stronger? Or would you fight to keep him, risking that he leaves for free later on? For me, the answer is simple. The crest is eternal. Players are temporary, and if the exit is inevitable, then let's make it the most profitable one in football history. After all, in Madrid, we don't just sell players. We make statements that the whole football world remembers. Thanks for watching Madridistas. I'm Peter. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and drop a comment. Hala Madrid.